Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of our Talk to the Experts series of webinars. Today, we are not going to talk about features, which is what we have been doing in our previous chapters, previous episodes. Today, we're going to focus more on a use case. We're going to explain to you how to deploy a specific use case with Barbara. We are going to focus today in a very specific one, which is the computer vision object recognition. So thanks to the tools that we include in our Barbara marketplace and in general in the platform, you would see how easy it is to deploy a use case and to create a data flow where you can deploy a computer vision recognition model as easily as a few clicks and some drag and drops. So to do that, I have with me today Kike Ramírez, or Kike, as we call him. He is product manager in Barbara. Hi, Kike. How are you doing?
Hello, Juan. How are you? Nice to be here today. Thank you. Yes, as you told, we are going to deploy a very typical use case where we are going to get video stream from, normally it's from a camera. Today, we are going to use a video simulator application that simulates this camera for making it easier. And we will analyze this video stream. We will recognize object. We will see the modified video with all the patterns recognized in the video. And finally, we will store all this information in real time in an InfluxDB application, InfluxDB database, and we will see it in the dashboard from the Grafana software. So that's the whole case we will do today. And well, I think I will share my screen. Okay, you don't.
Fantastic. Yeah. All yours.
So I would like to show you the architecture we are going to deploy today to this case. As I mentioned, normally what you have is a real camera connected to an edge node. We have a video ready application in the Barbara marketplace to get the video from the camera to set it to the communication backbone, which normally is a MQTT broker or something like that. But today we are going to use this video simulator. We will send the video to the broker, okay? We will deploy also a video player that we will use to visualize the images, okay, from the node. And we will connect the Ultralytics application available in our marketplace, which contains several models for object recognition, pose recognition, image segmentation, different kinds of AI models. Okay, we will select the most basic one to perform the object detection. And this application generates a video stream that we will visualize here, and also generate a telemetry stream. We will get this telemetry stream using the ingester, or we will store it in an InfluxDB. As I mentioned, finally, we will see all the information in this Grafana using a predefined. Okay, all this application set will be deployed in just one issue. Okay, so that's the whole thing. Let's start for the most basic thing, that it is deploying the MQTT broker. Okay, we will deploy it. Then we will connect the video simulator, and finally, we will deploy the video player to visualize the original video. That's the first step we will do, okay? So these three applications. Let's start very quickly, okay? And here we have our panel site, okay, with the list of nodes we have available. We are going to use this E004 node. Before starting, just remember we have here the marketplace where all the applications we are going to use are available. Okay, here in the artificial intelligence, you can check. We have the video player, we have the Ultralytics YOLO V8 inference server, the video simulator, video reader, etc. So all the applications we are going to use today are here, and you can use directly in your panel. So going back to panel, also remember that all the commands we are going to send to one node in this demo can be deployed in parallel to a set, all the big set we want of nodes. Okay, so we can select all of our nodes, and we can select, for example, install a marketplace application like MQTT broker or whatever. Okay, so we are going to work with just one node. We will select 301 node, and let's start by deploying the MQTT broker. So we select this application with the last version, and we keep we set the default values for the environment variables. Okay, we have no further configuration, just to set the username, the password, the log destination, some basic parameters. We will give them a default. There is nothing else to configure here. We send the application to the broker, and yeah, it is already working. So let's continue. Remember, we wanted to deploy our video simulator since we don't have a real camera. So we will set the video simulator application, and here we need some basic configuration to deploy the app and to connect the MQTT broker we just did. Okay, so one important thing, all the information about this environment variables is available here, the right side of the wizard, right? So again, we won't touch anything here. We will let the default values, and here in this application config, we just have to set the name of the stream, the video stream we are going to be publishing on MQTT. Okay, it is important. We need to find the real video stream, the MQTT broker. We will use these parameters later. Okay, so we will deploy it. Here we have the video simulator. It will start working just in some seconds. Okay, here we are. And now, in the next step, we are going to deploy the video player, which is the application that will allow me to visualize the streaming. Okay, so again, I left the default value here, and here I need to set the name of the video stream I want to visualize. Okay, you can set it manually, the name of the video simulator you had before, or in case you don't remember, you can set a predefined configuration we have here. For example, for our player, I want to use this one. It was the name of the video streaming. Okay, so I send it to my edge node, and when it's finally deployed, okay, I have it ready. So now, how can I access to this player? How can I access to this image to check the original video I'm going to work with? Okay, you have the whole documentation here in Marketplace, in this technical notes area, but you will see that we are going to publish our images in the IP of the node and the port 58. Okay, so the only thing I need to do is to use here in the working card, I can access the edge node using this VPN IP. This is a very important functionality that you may know we have in panel. We can establish VPN communication with our nodes, so we can access them no matter where they are, right? So I will copy this IP. I will check also, yeah, I have my VPN active, that is right. And now it is also active in the node. I will paste my IP on the port 80, and yeah, here we have this wonderful New York Street video, which is the original video from simulator we are going to work. Okay, so going back to our presentation, this is what we have right now. Okay, and what's our next step? The next step, of course, is adding this model, this artificial intelligence model that will analyze this video simulator, will send the detection to MQTT broker, and it will send two kinds of information. A video output, it is the original video with the detected object on it, okay, a new video containing the detection that we will be able to visualize here, and also a telemetry with all the information in the JSON format, let's say, prepared to be stored in the database later, okay? So we will deploy it, and we will check the detections on the video player. That is the next step we're going to do right now. So going back to our node, I will deploy now this YOLO application, this Ultralytics YOLO application. And again, I won't touch my environment variable. Basically, I'm saying here the way to connect to MQTT broker, okay? And I will say here, well, I will again load this. No, I will leave it at this. I mean, I will. The video input will not be the video reader, but the video simulator. So yes, sorry, I will use this predefined configuration. Sorry. So I will be analyzing this video simulator 01, which is the original video. I will be using this Kike YOLO V8, which is the model I want to use for detection. It is very important. In the same application, we have plenty of models, as you can see here, available for performing different type of analysis of the detection, the segmentation, the pose, OBB, classification, etc. So we will use this one. And here you can see that we will generate this video output with this name and the telemetry with this name. That is all. We just press send, and we will be able to see this new application here. It's just started. And in case we go back, sorry, to our video, we see nothing happened. Okay. Why? Well, very simply, we are still visualizing the original video. We need to change the parameters in the player to, sorry, here we are. In the player, we need to change the configuration and say, I don't want to see the video simulator, but the new video generated by YOLO. So now I have to select this one with the name of the YOLO generated video. Okay, 5%. And I go here, I will see that in some seconds. Here we are. Okay, as you can see, now we have the original video with the detection inside. We can see how now it is recognizing a path, people, traffic light, cars, trucks, whatever, right? So one point to mention, as you can see, and it is very important when you are making changes, it's very quick, the way of changing the parameters in the configuration with the doesn't even have to start and stop the application. It is automatically recognizing the change and apply. Okay, so let's continue. We were here, and now what's the next step? I could visualize the new video stream with the object detection. I want to deploy my InfluxDB database with an ingestor in the middle that acts like a bridge between the MQTT broker and the InfluxDB database. It reads the telemetry stream from here and store it here. And finally, I will deploy a Grafana with the dashboard that allows me to see all the parameters and all the information about the image analysis. Okay, so 3 steps again in one only step. We will do it very quickly. We'll start with the influx, then the ingester, and finally the Grafana. Right? Let's go back to our application, and I will add now my InfluxDB database. You may know, InfluxDB is a time series database that allows me to store time series information in it. Okay, I will leave the default values. Okay, again, and I have my InfluxDB here, which is building, and it has already started. How can I check that it is available? Okay. Very simple. We go here to our network card. We copy again my IP, and in this case, you can check it in the documentation, but the InfluxDB is available in the port 8080C. Okay, so here we are. I have my InfluxDB available in my node. Let's continue because nothing this database is empty. I need to ingest the data from the MQTT broker to the database. So I will add this ingester, the last version. I have to give it the necessary configuration for connecting both to the MQTT broker and to InfluxDB. Here is it. And finally, I have to declare what information I want to store in database. Okay, so I will use a predefined configuration for ingester. Here we have it. So basically, I will say, okay, I want you to get the information from the YOLO telemetry. I want to store it with the same name in Influx. I want to use this bucket, and I want to ingest this data field. Okay, this is the information I want to put directly on my InfluxDB. Okay, so I present, it will appear in just some second, and okay, it is already storing information. Let's check it. I go back to my Influx database. I put the username and password I configure. And now, if I go to my data analysis, my data explorer, I see that I have a device called YOLO telemetry, where I can find cars, a lot of different information I set on the ingester, and now I can see that the data is arriving to my database correctly, right? So last step, I want to have a beautiful dashboard here to show all my information together. So let's deploy the last one, Grafana, okay? So I go to Grafana, I set the information needed for connecting to the InfluxDB database, and here I can configure predefined dashboard. So I have the chance to deploy Grafana and start building a dashboard, but normally you have already a predefined dashboard with the necessary information you need. So that's what we are going to do. We are going to set here a dashboard stored in JSON format. You can create a dashboard in Grafana and export it as a JSON format, so you can paste here the information. We have one available here, this one. So now you can see all the information about the dashboard. I will send it to my node, and again, when it is running, and it is now, I have my Grafana available, in this case, in the port 13,000, right? So I enter again, and when it loads, I have to put the user and password I set in the configuration. Oh. Here we are. And yeah, here we are, a very simple dashboard where we can see the number of cars, the number of persons, the number of traffic lights, the number of trucks, and also the total of objects detected per case. Okay, so that is the complete use case, from the original video to the video detection for real time. Here we can visualize it using the video player, our information in InfluxDB, and everything together in the Grafana dashboard. And most important, remember, just in a few clicks and with all these applications available in our market.
Thanks a lot, Kike. That was really, really helpful and really comprehensive. Just for clarification, when you deploy each application, you use a predefined JSON file to set up the configuration for each application. Those JSON files you previously uploaded to your account, to your Rubber account, right? But users will not have those files available. I mean, they will have to create their own configurations and upload it to their accounts, right?
That's true. That's true. Well, I've been, in order to make it quick, I have everything prepared. But normally, when you deploy a Barbara Marketplace application here in the technical notes, you can see the different application configs, the different example on how to configure them. So the way to do it is apply the change you want to apply. I don't know. For example, here in the simulator, we can edit JSON, and you can save it with some name, and you can then use later loading this configuration. You can also, not only that, you can also export JSON file, import JSON file, etc. So it is very quick for deploying application. You don't need to adjust everything by hand, but use that one.
Yeah, it's really convenient even for having different people creating the configuration and other people deploying the application without needing to have the details on how to configure. Just take the JSON file that other guy created, and that's all, right?
Yes, and that normally that is the case. There is normally one person, developing the application and adjusting things, and other different person that is deploying things on production, different nodes. And so yeah, normally you have you left the configuration prepared, and then it is applied automatically to different nodes.
Okay, thanks a lot, Kike. It was really great to see how to create a new data flow. But in this case, instead of using just industrial data, we are using data from a video. So I can imagine several use cases based on computer vision that can take advantage and leverage those applications we already have in Marketplace.
Yes.
Okay. So I guess that's all for today. It's been a pleasure having you again here in our Talk to the Expert series. I hope to see you in another episode in the future, since we are going to have more chapters dedicated to how to deploy different use cases. Probably I will meet you in here. So thanks a lot, and hope to see you in the future.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Goodbye.
Bye.